your company and company code, but there is a big change in it. So we'll need to go to SPRO, IMG, enterprise structure. Earlier we were going to definition, right? This time we'll go to assignment, then to financial accounting, and then execute, assign company code to company. So let's follow the path to do the same. So let's go to SPRO. It is taking time to load. Okay, so let's go to SPRO, IMG, then to enterprise structure. Earlier we went to definition. This time we'll navigate to assignment, then to financial accounting. And the very first option is assign company code to company. Execute it. Now here, okay, have we discussed about this error earlier?
Yes, I did.
So for that, we have to use
Or we can use SM1
SM12.
too.
SM12.
Yes. Yes, so let's go to SM12. Sorry. Let's follow the path once again. So now here, as you told, you are not getting an option of new entry, right? Yes, because we are not creating anything new. Okay, already whatever we have created, right? We have to assign it with each other. We have to link them with each other. So you will never get an option there of new entry. Go to position, search for your company code. So our company code is TG01. So mention your company code TG01. Now, in the very first row, you can see your company code is there, Global Tech, which is located in Mumbai. Now, next to your company code, there is a column of a company. So there we have to mention our parent company, and the parent company code. You can either go to the search option here. Next to the company, we'll get a search option. If you don't remember the codes, you can pick from the search option, and if you know the code, you can just manually type it out here. It's a TG01 GT01TG. Mention your parent company GT01TG and save it. So with this, my data was saved as well as my company code TG01 is assigned with the company GT01TG. So here the assigning part is
Ma'am,
done.
why it is showing in red? It is giving something error.
No, it's been marked as a, so there is no error. Error, if any error will be there, it will be shown here in the status bar with a red circle.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, once we have created company code, what is the next thing? The important part of your company. Now, if you want to run any of your company to have a financial year, it's a mandatory, right? So in India, generally we do follow April to March as a financial year. So now the concept is related to our financial year only. That is known as fiscal year variant. So what is fiscal year variant? Now this fiscal year variant will tell our SAP when your company's financial year will start, when it's going to end, and how many posting periods will they have there. Okay, so now basically whatever financial years we have, right, that is known as fiscal year. It starts, when it ends, and how many period it has. Okay, so this fiscal year variant help our SAP to define how a financial year is divided. Okay, how many number of posting periods we have, and which will be the starting date of our financial year, which will be the end date of our financial year. Now, whether your financial year is a calendar year or it's a non-calendar year, right? All these things will be defined by fiscal year variant. Now, here in SAP, we have four standard fiscal year variants. Okay, so the very first one is Jan to December. Then we have April to March. Then July to June. And then October to September. Now, in India, we do generally follow April to March, right? US based companies follows generally Jan to December. If I'm not wrong, then Australian companies do follow July to June, right? So every country has their own standard financial years. It's not necessarily like it has not been mentioned as a global or something, but yeah, this is how we do follow in our India. Now, if you want to identify the standard financial year Jan to December, for that SAP is given a unique code as a K4. For April to March, it's V3. For July to June is V6, and for October to September it's V9. So every fiscal years will be identified with a unique code in our SAP. Okay, so now let's see how this fiscal year variant is defining our starting and the end date of our fiscal years. So for that we have to use a T code OP29 to define fiscal year variant. So let's go to OP29. So here you can see these are the different variants created by other users. And your fiscal year variant will always be identified with a two element code only. You can use the special characters, you can just use numerics, alphabets, or whatever you want. You are allowed to use it, but the maximum limit is of two elements. Now let's see first of all the standard variants. So let's go to position. Mention your fiscal year variant K4. Okay. So here in the very first line, it is showing K4 variant, which has 12 number of posting periods. How many months we have in a year? 12 months, right? So we have 12 posting periods and 4 number of special periods. The special periods are used for the adjustment at the year-end closing process. So this is what the very first fiscal year variant K4, and it is marked here as a calendar year. Calendar year means it's a Jan to December. Now another we have is a V3. So let's go to position and search for your variant V3. So here is the variant V3. Select your variant, go to periods. Why? Just a second. Select your variant V3, go to periods. Now here you can see system is asking month, day, period and year shift. System wants to know that if my company, like if the variant is V3 that follows April to March, Then says like this is just a description. By the description, system is not going to know that April is the first posting period. So we have to let the system know that how many days are there in a month of April. Okay, your month of April is the first posting period in the financial year V3, or it's the second or a third. Okay, so we have to define the chronological order for this particular financial year. So what to do is, let me show you each and every year, then we'll create our own. Now you can see here V6 is there. That follows July to June. Select V6, go to periods. Now you can see already periods are described over there. So we have 4 columns: month, day, period, and year shift. Now the very first column is of month, calendar month. So up to 12 you have to mention there. Up to 12 it is mentioned. Second they are asking is of days. Now in which month how many days we have? So in the month of Jan we have 31st days. In the month of Feb we have 29 days. In the month of March we have 31st days, right? And then it asks the periods. Now, if my company is following July to June as a financial year, then which will be the first posting period for the financial year July to June? Yes, against which month I have to mark it as a 1?
July, ma'am.
Exactly, then only our system will get to know that which one is the first posting period. Here is next to July, it is marked as a 1. Okay, then let's check the variant V9, that is October to September. Select V9, go to periods. Here also system has marked the periods for the same. So this is how our 4 standard fiscal year variants are. Now if you want to create your own variant, then also you can create it, or else if you want to use any one of the standard one, we can use it. Now here we have different types of fiscal years. So the very first one is known as calendar fiscal year. So what is calendar fiscal year variant? Now financial year is equal to your calendar year. If let's say my financial year is starting from 1st of January 2026 and ends at 31st of December 2026, it's a calendar fiscal year, means our Jan to December. If the starting and the ending period both comes in the same year, it means it's a calendar fiscal year. Okay, so for an example, we have is a into December, that is our K4 variant. Now, second we have is a non-calendar fiscal years. So, what can be non-calendar? Now, financial year does not start with January, or it doesn't end with the December only. Okay, it's not necessary over there. So financial year does not start with the January, like April to March, July to June, October to September, right? This all are our non-calendar fiscal year. So let's say if April to March is there, right? Then the first period is April, and the last period is March, right? The 12th period. So that is our non-calendar fiscal year variance. Start in For an example, we have is our April to March with the variant code V3, then V6 and V9. Now, third we have is a shortened fiscal year. What can be the shortened fiscal year? Yes.
Which starts from July.
A limited period, like ma'am, for any 9 months or 6 months, 7 months.
Why then? Why there's a need to create this 6 month fiscal year or a 9 month fiscal year? Financial year should be of 12 months, right?
Yeah, ma'am. For example, if I started, okay,
Ma'am,
according
for
to
a
India,
particular purpose,
Anyone at a time.
yeah,
ma'am,
shall I?
for a particular purpose to do this.
I'm asking that purpose only. Yes.
So if we sold a
Any new integration started in between the periods, new setup or new integration, new system.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Otherwise, if I started my business in like uh, in December, but financial year ends in March, that could be the 1 quarter.
Okay. So can you create shortened fiscal year frequently? Anytime you
No,
want it?
no.
Then then
Maybe one company can do it for only one time when it is actually getting started.
so it is done at a very rarely basis. Okay. Generally, whenever you are implementing your company, right, and your implementation, let's say it ends in the month of November, and your company is going to follow fiscal year as April to March. So, what my company will do, my company will temporarily create one financial year from November to March. Okay, let's say from November 25 to March 26. So, from 1st of April 2026 to 31st of March 2027, they will create a non-calendar fiscal year over there. So this is the reason to create your shortened fiscal year, and shortened fiscal year can be less than 12 months. 12, it has less than 12 periods over there. That is what shortened fiscal year is.
Uh, Hi, ma'am. What is K4, V3, V6, and V9?
These are the codes. Okay, how we have our unique code for our company code TG01, right? To identify it. In the same way, to identify your variant Jan to December, we have a unique code K4.
We are new students, me and Pratik.
Okay, just a second. Who's this?
Me, this is Rahul and Pratik.
Okay, so can you just give me your introduction, Rahul?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm Rahul. Actually, I'm currently living in Delhi and I'm working in Identica Consulting Private Limited, and I have completed MBA in finance.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
yeah. That's all about me, ma'am.
Okay, and yes, Pratik, can you introduce yourself as well? Yes, Pratik.
Maybe his mic is not working, ma'am.
Okay, no worries. So, have you gone through the recordings of the earlier session?
Actually, this is my first class, ma'am.
First class, but the recordings of the earlier sessions are already uploaded in the portal. Have you checked it?
Yeah, I have checked it, but I not watch it, ma'am.
Okay, it's totally fine. Okay, whenever you get a time, okay, just go through the sessions because we have
Okay.
completed a few of the theories already, and the base like to our organizational structure we have already discussed over there. So just go through it. If you find any difficulty, do let me know. We can discuss it out.
Okay, okay. So I can continue this class or not?
Yes, yes, you can continue.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Hello.
I said thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, right, welcome. Okay, so let's come back to the shortened fiscal year. Shortened fiscal year is it's a financial year with a less than 12 months. Okay, so if my company is doing an implementation, then at that time we do create shortened fiscal year. If any merger is happening, okay, at that time also we do this, create this shortened fiscal year. So for an example, it happens my company means my financial year is starting from November, December, January, February, and March, and okay, March, right? So from the April itself, we'll create a non-calendar fiscal year over there. So for this particular 5 months, we'll create that as a shortened fiscal year. So that is what shortened fiscal year is. Now, if when we have going this right, we have seen this 12 number of posting periods. What is number of posting periods?
That are the
Okay, now if
months.
you yes, exactly months, but now here it is defined it as a period. Okay, let's say in July to April to March we have 12 posting periods. So in the for the period April, it's known as first period. In the April also we can do the posting. So that is known as posting period, and same follows up to the March. Now let's see what if I want to create my own fiscal year variant. Apart from any of this, okay, it's not necessary that already we have standard fiscal year variant April to March, then we cannot create another variant same as April to for our specific company code. We can create it. Okay, so let's see how to create fiscal years apart from this. So for that we have to use a T code OB29. Okay, so here on the screen itself, what we have to do is first of all, we have to create how we gave a unique code over there to each of them. We have 4 unique codes for each and every fiscal years. In the same way, whatever variant we are creating, for that also we have to give a unique variant code. So let's go to new entry. Let's go to OB29. Now here I want to create my own variant first of all. So let's go to new entries. System is asking the very first thing, that is fiscal year variant. Here also you have to give a code of 2 elements. I am giving it as a TG. Description, I am creating April to March for my company code TG01. How many posting periods will be there? 12. And how many number of special periods are there? 4. This 4 is the 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th period. Okay, these periods will be used for the adjustment while doing a year-end closing process. Enter. Now an entry already exists with the same key. TG is already used by some other persons, so we can't use it. Let's try GT. Okay, GT is not used by anyone, so let's use GT and save this. So here we have given a variant code and description to it. But here system doesn't know that in the variant GT, which is the first posting period. So let's select GT. Let's go to periods. Now these fields are marked in a blue. These are the disable fields. To enable it, we need to click on new entries. So fiscal year variant code is GT, that is for April to March. We have 12 number of posting periods, 4 number of special periods. Now let's fill this columns month, day, period and year shift. Let me show you here. So these are the 4 columns we have now. In the month mentioned from the month January, you have to just mention the chronological order of the month. Okay, now in the month of January, how many days do we have? 31. Okay, so in each and every month, how many days we have? I have defined the number of days over there. Now, if my company is following a financial year as 1st of April 2026 to 31st of March 2027, right? Then which will be the very first period according to this financial year?
April.
So next to April, we have to mention as a 1. So if April is the first period, then May will be the second and December will be the 9th. So January will be our 10th period. So giving this period, system got to know that even the months are there in a chronological order itself. Then which period will be the first period according to this financial year? It will be April. Now what is year shift? So April to December follows which year? 2026 or 2027? April of 2026 year or 2027 year? Of 2026 year or 2027 year? If you check as a calendar year, then it will be a part of 2027. If you check as a calendar year, then it will be a part of 2027. Be a part of
Ma'am,
2027.
ma'am,
Ma'am, your
please
screen is
present
not
your screen.
Yes.
Please present your screen.
It's not visible, man.
Oh, can you see now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So month is from January to December. Day, how many days belongs in whichever month? I have mentioned it in the month of Jan, we have 31 days. Okay, and so on. Now, if I'm following 1st 2026 to 30/27, then the very first posting period will be April. So I got to know if I have mentioned the
202.
variant code as GT, then system has to use April to March, where April will be the first posting period, and April to March, where April will be the first posting period, and March will be the last posting period, 12th. So from the April to December, it belongs to the same financial year 2026 only, right? This month we are going to use of 2026, so that is no year shift. So we have mentioned as a 0.
Ada rubber.
But now when it comes, please, if you are not discussing here anything in the class, mute
Ada
yourself.
rubber ada. Ada earbuds ah.
Now year shift January, February, and March. We are not going to use of the year 2026. It will be a month which we are going to take it from 2027. So we have to do it here as a -1. Okay, so system will get to know that this first 3 months are not a part of 2026. It will be a part of 2027 over there. So this we have created in our Excel sheet. Now the same structure we have to create in our system. So what we can do is we can directly copy this there. Now here in the first, you can just see the 6 rows over there. Says even though you copied all the 12 rows, system will just copy the first 6 rows only. Scroll down. Just a second, it's taking a time to load. Let's mention the periods. So up to the 6th row it is copied. Now let's copy the another 6 rows over there. So whole 12 periods have been copied in our system and save this. So from now onwards, whenever you will assign this variant code GT to your company code, system will start follow it as an April to March. So here our financial year, our fiscal year variant is created. Now if you want to create fiscal year as, let's say it is starting from 1st of August 2026 and ends at 31st of July 2027. How can you create it? Yes, okay, I'm mentioning the basics there. Do let me know. So, variant is 1st of August 2026 to 31st of July 2027. So, if my company is following this particular financial year over there, then which will be the first period of posting there?
It's August.
So, next to August, I need to mention as a 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and next to the July, I will mention it there as
Ma'am,
a
it
12.
is 28, no?
Sorry?
Save is 28. 28 days time.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. It's not leap year this time. Okay. So we have mentioned here first period as in August and the 12th period as a July. Now when it comes to year shift, how year shift is going to work there?
Zero will be in August. August to December, it will be zero.
Okay.
And -1 would be from January to July.
Yeah. So here also in the same way for this particular period formation, you have to create a variant code just like GT and you can assign it there. So now here we have our own financial year as a GT. So now we need to assign this variant to our company code so that our company code will get to know that which financial year they have to follow. So to assign your fiscal year variant to your company code, the T code is OB37. So let's go to OB37. Go to position. Mention your company code. My company code is TG01. So here company code TG01, company name Global Tech. Which fiscal year variant we are following? We are following the GT. You see, if you don't remember the codes, you can go to the search option and you can pick your own variant code over there. Here is our GT that follows April to March for a company code TG01. Press enter, system will fetch the description and save it. So with this, my company code is assigned with the fiscal year variant. Clear? Any doubt in this fiscal year variant concept?
As the
Oh,
CR request came to your screen, you didn't change the short description of CR.
sorry?
Ma'am, CR request popped up at your screen, customizing request. So you didn't make any change in that CR while doing this. Why so?
Only once we have to create that. While creating a company code, only we have to create the CR, no? There. Every time they will give this prompt, okay, for the CR. You have to just make sure it has been saved in your prompt only or not. So it was mine only, core. Okay, so I just clicked OK.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, once again, we'll do another configuration. Okay, at that time, I will show you how it works. Okay, then this is what fiscal year variant is. Now, under fiscal year variant itself, we have another concept, another variant only, that is posting period variant. So, what can be the posting period variant here? It is related only to your fiscal year variant, right? So, here posting period variant will control, okay, in our SAP, which accounting periods will be open, like in which period we are allowed to do the posting of transaction, in which periods we are not allowed to do it, right? So that will be controlled by the posting period variant over there. So posting period variant defines, we can say it defines that when users are allowed to post accounting entries over there, even if a that particular fiscal year exists, right? But posting is not allowed unless and until that particular period is not open. For an example, no doubt we are using this April to March only, right? The variant GT only that has 1st of April to 31st of March. But there also, if I have not defined that I am allowed to post transaction in the month of January, then my system will not allow me to do it. Okay, if let's say period is open as a March, period is not open as a January, then I'm not allowed to do the posting in the month of January. So that is what posting period variant is. Okay. So why there is a need of this? Okay. For an example, if you want to post a salary of your, if you want to post a transaction for the salary, right? So in the month of January, like let's say on 28th of January, are you allowed to post the salary for the month of Feb? Yes or no? In the month where you have
Can,
not
can
even
you
sorry?
can you repeat the question? What is the
It's
question? Can you
28th of
repeat?
January, right?
Hmm.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. So it's a 28th of January. So on 28th of January, are you allowed to post salary for the month of Feb 2026?
No, ma'am, because the period is open for only Jan.
No, ma'am.
Exactly. So this is how our periods control the posting over there. Okay, now we do have different company codes, right? And every company codes have a different financial year. So in some company code, as of now, if they are following April to March, right, then the first period will not be open, right? It will be open as a 12th period. But in the company code, let's say who is following August to July, right? Then for them, the period will be open as a 6th, right? Not as a 10th. So that is the reason every company code will be having their own posting period variant. So the very first thing we have to do is we have to create our own variant code over there. So to create your own posting period variant, we have to use a T code OBBO. So define posting period variant. So here also you have to give a code of up to 4 elements it's allowed. Okay, so you can give whatever code you want. It should be up to 4 elements, but I'm using same as my company code so that I don't need to remember multiple codes at a time. Otherwise, it's not necessary that you have to use same as your company code only. So I'm using as TG01. So let's go to OBBO. Go to new entries. Now here the very first column is variant. So I'm creating my variant as TG01 and give a name to it. It's a posting period variant for a company code TG01 and save this. Now when you click on save, system is giving prompt for customizing request, right? So what is the short description over there? It's for the core build industries, and our short description was for the global tech. So now what if the description is changed over there? The CR number is changed. So go to this search option, select here your company, that is Global Tech TG01, and click OK. So here whatever configuration you have done, it is saved in that particular CR over there. Okay. Now, so here my posting period variant is created. But the variant which we created, my company code doesn't know that do they have any variant or not, posting period variant or not. So the next thing is we have to assign our posting period variant to our company code. Whatever you do here, everything you have to assign to your company code basically. So let's go to a T code OBBP variant to company code. So let's go to OBBP, go to position, and when what they are asking company code. So my company code is TG01 and click OK. So my company code TG01, company name Global Tech, where it is located in Mumbai. For that I have created a variant same as TG01 only and save this. So my company code is assigned with the posting period variant. So whatever periods I will open or close in this particular variant, okay, it will get affected to my only my company code, not to any other company code now. Clear up to this? Okay. So now still we have not let our system know, right? that which period we want to make it as an open and which as a close. So for that we have to use another T code OB52, which is used for 10 and allowed posting date. So let's go to a T code OB52. Mention what they're asking posting period variant. So my posting period variant is TG01. Okay. Now let's go to new entry. So the very first column you can see that is marked as an A. A defines as an account type. So how many types of account do we have here in SAP? Yes.
Financial and cost accounting.
Sorry?
Financial and cost accounting.
Okay. Yes, anyone else? So here we do have 5 account types. So the very first one is GL account type, which is identified with the code S. Then we have as a customer account. It is identified with the T. Then we have as a vendor account that is identified with the K. Then we have as an asset account that is identified with the A. And then we have as a material account that is identified with the M. So we do have 5 types of account in SAP and all the accounts are identified with their unique code provided by SAP themselves.
Does this code have any like full forms, like S stands for anything, or
S
just S?
stands for GL account.
Okay. No,
D
like
stands for customer account. That's it, no other specification.
okay.
Codes are same for all the companies.
Yes, it's a standard one. So now, yes, one more we have is a plus. That is not an account type, but here it is to show you. Okay, if you want to do configuration for all of them, right, for GL, customer, vendor, asset, and material, we use all account type that is identified with plus. So go to this search option. Here also we are doing configuration for all account types. Okay, I want to open the periods for all the 5 accounts. Okay, and I will close the period for all the 5 accounts only together. So select here plus valid for all account type. Now here you can see from period 1 year to period 1 and year. So from period 1, from which period you are opening? So I'm opening from the period 1 of which year? 2025 to the period. Yes, up to which period we are opening there? Okay, let me show you as per. Okay, so from period 1. Okay, which is the first period now? My company is following April to March. Following
April.
this variant. Okay, which will be the first following this variant? Okay,
My
which will
fourth
be the
one.
variant? Okay, which will be the first period?
My 4 2026.
10 में April 1 or
10 will be the first.
10, 11, 12, then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello.
Yeah, now we can able to hear, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry, due to network, I got disconnected with the devices. Yeah. So let's come back to OB52. You guys can see the screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mention your posting period variant, PG01. Go to new entries. So I'm allowing for all account types. So go to search and select your valid for all account types. So I'm opening which period for, like I'm allowing which period to do the posting. We are allowing 12th period. 12th is the January, right? For which year? Year, which year we need to mention? 2026, 2027, 2025.
2027.
Why? But 12th period belongs to 2025, na? Okay, can you guys find it out? Which year we need to mention here?
And if we are opening the first period, so that will be April, right? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hi ma'am.
Hi.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear.
You're audible.
Audible, ma'am.
The screen is not visible.
எது ப்ரோ எது விஐ தேவையில்ல. விஐ டவுட்டு தான் நினைக்கிறேன். விஐ யூஸ் பண்ணுறலையா? ஏர்டெல்லாம் ஒர்க் ஆகும், ஜியோ ஒர்க் ஆகும். மேபி இல்லைன்னா இன்னைக்கு க்ளோஸாக இது வால் பக்கத்தில் பண்ணுறதுனால.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
If the issue is still occurring, we can close the class as it's almost
Hello?
9:36.
Hello?
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you hear us? Hello.
No, yes, no.
Guys, can we continue tomorrow because it's already 9:37? Yeah.
I think so.